Welcome back for part 3, the final part of the Lindberg Flintstones Flintmobile. At the end of video number 2, I said the painting was done. That was a modification of the truth. I have a little painting project to add, and we're going to start with that today. Then, assembly, discussion, and review, wrapping up this build. So, let's get started. While I was painting, you're sitting there and you relax. You know, painting's the fun part. You're sitting and relaxing, and I was overcome with the spirit of Bob Ross. And I don't know if you ever watched Bob Ross, The Joy of Painting with Bob Ross. And he would paint these landscapes, and he always had happy little things in them. And he would talk so nice and so mellow, and everything was happy. He had happy trees and happy little cabins or happy little barns, happy little fence posts, and there was always something happy living in it. He always said that it was your world. You make it what you want, and you put all your little happy things in it. And I was thinking, you know, we need a happy little thing here. And I got to thinking, oh, maybe we have a happy little critter. And this little happy little critter, he chases squirrels. So he's a prehistoric. Maybe he's a Skip-O-Matic. That's what he is. And this little Skip-O-Matic, he's out looking around. He sees a squirrel. Oh, look at the squirrel. I'm going to chase the squirrel. And he's chasing the squirrel, and he's going across the road, and he doesn't see it coming, and here comes this big stone wheel, and oh no! What happened to him? Well, now he's going to be a happy little roadkill. So I think we're going to put a happy little roadkill right here. He's going to live right here. You say, well, how can he be happy? He's dead now. And I'm like, well, he was happy when he died, and he doesn't know he's dead. The only ones that know he's dead are the other little creatures and little Skip-O-Matic or whatever they are. And they're all over there, and they've seen it happen. They're unhappy, but this one's not. This one's happy. He died happy. He was chasing a squirrel. So that's the last thing he remembers. So he's happy. We're all going to be happy. So let's see. What would our little Skip-O-Matic look like? Well, maybe he's yellow. So maybe we'll use some yellow for the body. Let's shake this up a little bit. And I stirred all these before. There we go. Nope. And we're going to make him, let's see, where's our paintbrushes here? Let's make him yellow. Okay. And where's he going to live? Let's make our happy little Skip-O-Matic live right here. Cozy little place right here. So let's do some yellow. And let's see, what's he going to look like? Well, it's going to be kind of flat, that's for one thing. Because, you know, roadkills get flattened out, especially with this big, probably 2,000-pound wheel. So let's see, let's make him like right here. And let's do his body. Okay. He's going to be kind of flattened out. So let's make him a little flat here, a little wide. We'll have his head going over here. And come down like that. And then maybe we'll have him have his tail. He was probably running, so his tail is probably going straight out. Like that. Alright. And then let's see, here's a leg. Leg behind it, and he'll have another leg out here maybe, another one like this. He's just kind of you know, just out here. You know, he's not going to be perfect because, you know, he's flat now. It's going to be kind of random. So here we go. You know, if we don't like this, I can always turn the wheel down like that and hide it. And let's put a little more yellow. Let's make him nice and yellow. And he's not going to be looking quite his best today. I'm sure he had better days. And here we go. Yeah, it looks pretty lame, but it's a roadkill. They could look like anything. Alright. This paint dries pretty fast. So I guess that's what a Skip-O-Matic might look like when it's flat. Don't know what it looks like before that, because we only know it right now. And let's clean the brush out. And okay, we'll let that yellow dry a little bit. So I may edit some of this out. Oh, there we go. So that's the beginning of our happy little roadkill. Yeah, I'm a real artist, you can tell. In fact, I'll use my little model here. It's a little Barnum animal cracker. Yum. Yep. Tasty animals. And next, as soon as that's dry enough, we'll probably put this gray on there. So, as soon as that dries, we'll put the gray. I think we'll put some stripes on him. So, we'll let that dry for a few minutes and then we'll come back and look at that. Right, so we're back. And our happy little Skip-O-Matic or Mastodon, whatever it is. Now we're going to put some stripes on him. Because I think he's got some like dark gray stripes. You can make your roadkill whatever you want. But mine's a Skip-O-Mastodon, Matadon, Skip-O something or other. And let's see. Let's put some, maybe he's got a striped tail. So let's do some stripes on his tail. They don't have to be real good because after all he's a roadkill. And maybe he's got something like tiger stripes on his back. Alright, I'll just give him a little bit of color here. Some on the stomach here. And maybe we had some on his legs. And how about his face? Let's see, maybe he had some stripes like this. Down around his eyes. Doo-doo-doo. Put his nose. Okay, I think that'll work. He was a colorful little animal, wasn't he? Alright. So we'll just let that dry for just a little bit. And while we're letting that dry, I guess we'll decide what we're going to do for all the gut that come out of him. Because you know, in a roadkill, stuff comes out. Especially when that 2,000-pound wheel rolls over you. Stuff's going to come out somewhere. So that's with the gray. So when we come back, after that dries, we're going to use some reds. Probably regular red. And let's use cherry cobbler. Those are both Craft Smart. And when we come back, we'll take care of that. Okay, so now that that's dried for a few minutes, let's add the blood and guts, mostly the blood. Start with the cherry cobbler. Shake it up just a little bit. Let's see how bad this turns out. Let's see. So let's see, he gets run over, he's going this way. Most stuff's going to come out this way then. Because you know, it's just like, you know, in school we used to smash ketchup packets at each other at lunch. And you hit the, if you hit the end closest to you, it goes across the table and gets the guy across you. Because it comes out the other end. But sometimes you hit the wrong end and it comes back on you. That made a bad day. So that's this principle here. It's rolling and it's all going to push it out the other way. So I think what we're going to do is have some blood. Let's see. It's probably going to gush out from the back area, right? Because you got ribs over here. It's just going to kind of go in all directions. Right. I'm just going to cast it out there a little bit. And might be a little bit here, not as much. Yeah, you know, and then there's other places where stuff can come out real easy. And with the face, there'll be stuff coming out of his face. See, he's just exploding with happiness. A little bit on his legs for sure. I have no idea what I'm doing here. I'm just making a mess. Because it's what roadkills are. They're a mess. Put a little bit around here. That's where the worst of it came out, right there. Of course, the wheel's pushing it all out everywhere. Yeah, looks pretty horrible, doesn't it? And remember, it's a roadkill. it's a cartoon roadkill. So what's a cartoon roadkill look like? Actually, they don't splatter. They just flatten out. Then they stick their thumb in their mouth and they blow on it and they puff themselves back up again. But not in my world. So that'll dry just a little bit. I think we're done with that one. If I don't like this, I'll just turn the wheel down like that. And we just won't see it on display. If I want to show it, I'll turn it up. That's how we're going to do that. So far you can see what a crappy mess I've done of it so far. And then I'll probably add another little bit of red over here. I'm going to let that dry again for just a few minutes, and then we'll come back and do the lighter red. Okay, so that's dry. Let's do the light red. We'll put this on there. And we're just going to do a little bit of and there we go. A little bit of red, a little bit of lighter red, a couple of different colors. And there we go. Just got a little bit of red on him. He's dead red. I think that'll work. There we are. Hopefully that dries. We'll get this all clear coated. Get that cleaned out. And here we go. A nice, happy little roadkill. Living happily right there on the wheel. He's all splattered. Yeah, he looks pretty dumb. But, oh well, it's a cartoon. That's a cartoon roadkill for you. So there we go. So we'll get that clear coated. All the other parts clear coated. And we'll put this thing together, and that should be the next time I come back. I'll have it all together and display it out, do a 360 with it, and then probably end out with some stills. So next time I come back, we should be together. The not so new for the 2021 BC model year from Paleolithic Motor Corporation, the Flintmobile. If you are a Neanderthal who demands only the best in Stone Age technology that can carry you far into the future, this is the car for you. With all new features not offered by other manufacturers, like a double log chassis, and the newest technology, like the recently developed round wheel, providing a far superior ride over the three-sided wheel. Okay, let's cut the nonsense and the stupidity. Move on to some different nonsense and stupidity. This is my version of the Lindberg 125 scale snap kit of the Flintstone Flintmobile. I have a question of it being actually 125 scale, because it does seem to me to be a little large for that. But I also know that I have seen versions of this kit by Lindberg that say 120 scale on the box. I know this 125, this one is a more recent issue. The date on the box, the copyrights are 2015, and it's done by Round 2 models. The other one, the 120 scale, I think is older, like from back in the 90s, and I believe it has not only Hanna-Barbera copyright like this one, but I believe it also has Universal Studios copyright. Whether they're the exact same kit, I don't know, and they've changed the scale on it on the box because maybe it's somewhere in between. I don't think it's a 120 either. It may be like a 122, somewhere in between 25 and 20. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. It's a cartoon, so who cares? So, although it's a snap kit, I did glue some of it together, mostly where the roof attaches to these side logs or sticks, and also gluing together the two halves. There's these little cross logs and this floor pan. I glued those together. I actually even clamped them to make sure they stayed together. They snapped together, but I wasn't confident in it. The dashboard, that snaps in very nicely. You actually have to use a little bit of authority with it to pop it in. The steering wheel, it's just friction fit in, and the seats just snap down in. I did glue the rear wheel because I did not want this to roll back and forth. I like to put my models when they're finished in a acrylic case so that keeps the dust off the model itself, and then all you have to do is dust the case. But I've learned that when you pick the case up to move it and dust the shelf in the case, the model may roll inside. So I get cases like this. This one I got from Hobby Lobby. I used to get some of them from Michael's, but the ones I like, they seem to quit carrying. So I get this one now. They have this in a couple different sizes. This one is real nice for 125, 124. I actually wait. Sometimes you get them on sale. Luckily I was in there one day and they had a bunch of them marked down. As you can see, this one was $9.99 and it was reduced to $2.49, and they had about 6 of them there that were marked down. And so I was kind of a hog, and I took all 6 of them and ran to the checkout real fast before anybody mugged me for them. So I always buy those in advance. I keep some of these stored so when I get a model done, I've already got the case for it. So let's move on. I did glue it. If you just put this kit together, it goes together really fast. Probably, if you're not gluing it, 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes top. The rest of the time, all the time in it is in painting, detailing it. You could put it all together and not paint it, but the whole kit is molded in this light tan color. So if you leave it all that tan color, it's going to be pretty uninspiring and pretty blah. So it does help to paint it. But you know, this is the way I painted mine. You get yours, you build it, you paint it the way you want it. It's your model. You got to put your own personal touch to it. I did show the paints. That's what this video was about. I showed the paints I used and the techniques I used. The techniques, whether they're right or wrong, I don't know. It's what worked for me. It's how I got my results. If you like these results and you want to do it just like this, or just you like certain parts of it, and you just want to do a certain part of it the way I did it because you like that one part, do that. The videos here, you can look and see what color paints and what technique I use to get it that way. And otherwise, you know, do it to what you want. If you want those logs to be purple and have the canvas green, you know, that's you. That's up to you. Who knows? Just do it the way you want it. It's your car. The virtues of these snap kits that I like building things. And I do like the complicated kits, but every once in a while you need a break. You want something that's a little fast. You just can relax doing the painting. That's what snap kits are good for. The newer kits are really nice because the detail that's engraved in them or molded in them is so much better these days. It's like this one, the logs. I mean, the way I black washed them or dark washed them with like a blackish brown, and then just doing some of the weathering and getting all the darker color down in the creases and stuff just really brings the detail out in it. And there's a lot of models like that now. So when I was younger, back when I first started building models, I despised snap kits. And now I look back at it and boy, I was kind of stupid. A lot of these snap kits, especially nowadays, they can be really nice models when you're done. Sure, they don't have all the functioning features you may be able to do on a more complicated kit with 200 or 300 parts or whatever, but there's a lot of merit to these, especially if you don't like all the complicated part of so many parts and all the intricacies, and you just want to get something together, and all you really like is the painting process. Snap kits would be a way to go. I mean, you can make some really super looking models. I have another snap kit that I'll probably bring down in another video and review. It was just, it pops pretty good, I think, in my opinion anyway. I actually did win a online model contest with it up against regular glue kits. So maybe I'll do a video on that one. It's a Polar Lights kit, I believe. This kit, I think, is out of production now. Like I said, it's 2015 is the date on the box. So I'm pretty sure it's out of production. But if you want to get a copy of this or find one if you don't already have one, they're not that hard to find. I know I see them on eBay quite often. They're not that expensive. Some people have them jacked up, but they don't sell them either. But they're not that expensive. Probably $10, and then maybe plus shipping. I'm sure you can find them that cheap. I do have some other ideas for this kit now that I put it together. I may try and find another copy of this kit or two myself. I'd like to do, I noticed if you watch the cartoon, when Fred's goes to work or coming home from work, there's only one seat in this car. There's no back seat. It's like a coupe. I was thinking, it'd be really neat if you could get a copy of this kit, shorten this log down, and modify the roof and make it a coupe. I think that would be kind of a cool addition to go along with this. I also started looking at it, that I like station wagons. And I was thinking, maybe you could take this and redo the roof, modify it, and put a platform back or something, make a station wagon out of it. Stone Age station wagon. And another idea I had was maybe get rid of the back seat and, make a pickup bed and, make the roof shorter, make a pickup truck out of it. Just some weird ideas I get. I'm just thinking out loud here. But even if I could only get one kit, because they are out of production. I don't know how long they're going to be easily accessible. Maybe I could get a kit and make molds and cast the parts that I'm going to modify, and then I could build from the parts that I cast, and I can build the parts I need. So you're going to have, if you want to do that, you got some scratch building skills or some kit bashing skills, that would be a plus. And if I do that, maybe I'll do a video of one of those where I'm making the mold to modify the parts and things. That's an idea for a video. We'll see. Maybe one day. One thing I'm really thinking about doing is fire up the 3D printer and make a Captain Caveman to go with this. I made a Captain Caveman for a buddy of mine a little while back, not too long ago. And it was all 3D printed figure. Multiple parts. I was real happy with it. He seemed to be ecstatic with it. He really loved it. It's a thing with him. It's one of his nicknames. He's kind of associated with Captain Caveman. It might be a little large as it is in the print file, but I'll have to rescale it, maybe make him a little bit smaller to look proportionate with this car. And I think I might have to do that. That'll be a good video to do. I can show the rescaling of it, print it out, and I'll put it together and paint it, and get him to stand up here next to that. That might be a good video to do. In fact, I think I'm gonna put that on my little list of things to get done here shortly. That would be really cool. So anyway, here it is. Enough of me bloviating and whatnot. Take a look at it. I'll let it spin here a couple times. Oh, I know what I was going to do. Some of my dumb ideas I get. My little roadkill thing. I get these weird ideas, and I think I have to implement them. And you know, like they say, if you don't know if you'll succeed or fail unless you try, but if you don't try, you'll always fail. Well, this might be a fail, but I always try to put in a plan B if I can. So what I did with this is I left the front wheel so it will turn, and that way, so if I ever sober up, or when I do sober up and decide that I don't like this and it's stupid, what I can do is turn the wheel. And let's get it here so you can see it. I'll turn this wheel, put the roadkill down underneath so you can't see it, and then there you go. Presto changeo. No stupid roadkill. I kind of like that too, but you never know. I could get drunk again and like it, and I'll just turn the wheel back. It's just trying to have some fun. So anyway, there it is. Feast your eyes, and this wraps this video up. And, so if you like this and you want to see another one, come checking back in again. I'll see what else I put up here, and maybe we'll have some more fun with this. I had some fun with it. I don't know if you did or not. If you're still here, you probably did. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe. So if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe so you can come straight back, see what I'm up to. And till then, have some fun. If you're building your models, have fun at it. Don't be afraid to do something crazy with it. And till then, see you later. Thanks for watching. Where'd my car? Where'd my car go? Dude, where's my car? Oh. Wee. Wee.